God has provided us with a vicar bishop. And this vicar bishop has already done a lot in supplementing the absolutely necessary parish pastoral visiting in this diocese. He is helping us to come back to about a quarter of what parishes used to be able to experience in terms of a bishop's presence in the diocese in the course of a year. So I'm trying not to abuse him too badly, so he'll last a while. But Vladika IRÉNÉE, he has not only been a good visitor, but he has also provided an extra perspective on our life in the diocese, which has been extremely constructive. So don't stop praying for Vladika IRÉNÉE. Okay. Stas, well, they're going to produce their report. I'm not going to say everything about Stas. St. Tikhon's Archdiocesan Steward, which a lot of the diocese still doesn't know about, I understand. Anyway, St. Tikhon's Archdiocesan Stewards are people who committed and commit themselves to regular giving to supplement the budget of the diocese so that we can have some resources that are absolutely necessary that we can't afford otherwise. And we can't afford it otherwise because we still didn't get the drift of proportional first fruits giving. First fruits to the Lord giving that are written all over the scriptures, and we somehow have myopia when it comes to those passages. If we paid attention to the Lord's directions to us about how we should be offering to the Lord the first of everything, wouldn't have to have Stas supplement. Anyway, we have Stas supplement, and Stas supplement has been very helpful to increasing the viability of our work in the diocese. We have a secretary who is able to put order in the diocese, and we are in our record keeping and so forth. It's never been as good as it is now, and he only started. And then, on top of this, the Stas people are trying to provide money more, yet they're trying to find other ways to increase the number of contributors so that we can support seminarians and so that we can subsidize missions. And missions are what we are all about. And it's our missions that are always complaining and crying, Vladika, I need money! Sadly, well, I think I better stop, because I already know I'm going on too long. One last thing, or two last things. First last thing is that the clergy will have experienced a little bit about the draft text of the Divine Liturgy of St. John Chrysostom with the rubrics about how to serve a hierarchical liturgy. It was used on Sunday to begin with, and it was referred to today, and copies of that are available for just over cost purchase. It's the cost of printing and a couple of bucks at the Archangel's marketplace. Correct, Father Kali? That's where? Yeah. So you can get those spiral-bound books. This is a draft text, and we want your responses, not only about the matters of translation, but also how it looks and how it's usable, so that eventually we can produce a book that serves our diocese and is usable, not just for a reference text. The last thing I'm saying, I'm brand new at this. My job is still in the learning.
I was sort of pushed into the job, and I was also eventually pushed into all kinds of situations in the past 10 months or 9 months. And most of them were very nice. There were 2 trips in Europe. The funeral of the Patriarch of Serbia. There was a week in Slovakia, which was quite a nice experience for the celebration of the 20th anniversary of the Orthodox youth in Slovakia with Sunday schools. There was 2 or 3 trips to the United States, which are always pleasant because you get to see the attitude and the other. Then also, most of it was in Canada. There's only one province I haven't been to is Saskatchewan.
Coming up.
Coming up. I managed to go nearly everywhere so far. Prince Edward Island also, I don't think.
I haven't been there either.
But as I said, it's a job in the learning. I appreciate very much the help and the love that people in the parishes have towards me when I come. And I thank you all. I thank you for the parishes in Vladika for Father Alexander. I got to serve in Ottawa quite a few times, and I went through the subdeacons there. And, I'm learning. Thank you.
This is one of the largest geographic dioceses in the world, probably the largest on land. The need for a second office in the West was extremely needed. There's a few reasons for this. Number one, actually in terms of practicality, in terms of getting letters, papers, those sorts of things in the West, and also having a second station for them to be in case of some sort of disaster in the main office. Certain files are copied and will be eventually brought over to the West office, just for safekeeping, basically as a backup. So hopefully nothing ever happens in the main office. The second part of it would be another position within the administration of this Archdiocese to assist His Eminence in administration matters within the Archdiocese, and also act as a representative of the Archdiocese points. You will not find an actual report in it because I did not do one, because we are so new at this and kind of still trying to develop it that there just wasn't much to put down. So what I decided to do was to actually wait until the next 3 months, and then I'm actually going to submit a report on the website, because we actually want to show, I want to show a little bit more in depth in terms of what's going to happen. And exactly what the Western Office is going to do at certain points of it. Right now there's just not enough to report because we haven't totally decided on exactly how things are going to work. What I can tell you is we have was set up a separate fax line in St. Herman's Ward, Edmonton. There'll be a separate fax machine in there, and also eventually a telephone line, so that when the Vladika is visiting, those aspects are there, as well as any copying of any documents that need to be held in the Western Office. There is those facilities that are separate from that of the parishes and can only be accessed by the administration of that office. St. Herman's has been very cooperative in terms of allowing this to happen, and they're really working great with the Western Office to allow this. And we don't have our own facility, so it's very nice of the parish to allow us to do this. I really want to thank His Eminence Archbishop for putting his trust in me in this position. I really look forward to working with him and about the office. If anybody has any questions or any comments or anything they want to tell me that might help the communication, I really encourage you to do that, because I'm looking for all the advice I can get. So if you do have anything you'd like to tell me, please do come up to me. Is there any questions at all regarding the election office that I can answer? Tell my report. In 3 months, you'll